Hello beautifuls, welcome to Julia Nyando's Tech again. Excuse my voice, I think I'm losing my voice. Oh, it's just reminding me, I think I'm losing my mind. Anyway, sorry for that. You're welcome to Julia Nyando's Tech. If you're new here, umekaribishwa sana. For return subscribers, I do appreciate your support. Thank you so much for supporting me and watching every other video that I post out there. So today I thought, now that I'm doing the German series, I would talk about some of the habits that I've found here in Germany that I found a bit weird, or not weird, I wouldn't call them weird, but they're different. Yeah, let me put it that way. Habits that are different that I found here in Germany, they're very different from how I was brought up, from the habits that I had from back at home. Cutting to the chase, the first one would be how comfortable Germans are with nudity. The first time I came here, the first months when I came here, I was seated there myself. My kid was 9, my daughter was 9 by that time, and my husband is seated there. We're just sitting in the sitting room, we are watching telly. Then all of a sudden, in the middle of the day, I see a very naked woman in the television because they're announcing sex toys. And it's very common to see that in the middle of the day with no warning. I mean, I wanted to to cover my kid's head with a blanket, because where I come from, nudity is something that is very private. Here, there are even some beaches or some restaurants. I haven't been, not restaurants, let me not lie, some hotels where they're just like hotels for nudes, or beaches for nudes, where you can only be allowed to go in there if you are naked. I'm comfortable with all of this, but there is no way I'm going to show these out there. It's reserved for me, myself and I, and the chosen few, and the doctor. Yep. The other thing that I had to get used to was where I come from. When you say it's saying hi and saying how are you doing, it's kind of one, they go together. Hi, how are you doing? When I'm telling you hi, how are you doing, I'm not expecting you to give me the answer of how you're really doing. It's just common courtesy where I come from. It's common, you say hi, how are you doing, and the answer will always be I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. Whether the person is okay or not okay, most of the time it's I'm fine, thank you. Unless you are friends or buddies or something like that, then you start getting into details. But don't make the mistake of coming here and asking somebody, hi, how are you doing? My friend, they'll give you their Lebenslauf. What is Lebenslauf? They'll give you their CV. Yeah, they'll give you their CV. They'll tell you, oh, they'll actually tell you how they are doing on that morning. Oh, I'm not doing well today. I woke up in the morning and then my dog did this and did that, and then the other one happened, and now I have a headache. And you're thinking, my God, I was just saying hi. I wasn't actually asking for, you know, on one side it's right, the person is just answering the question what you asked them, but where I come from, that is just a way of greeting. It's just a polite way of saying hi. I've noticed you, I know you're there, hi, hello. I say hi, hello to everybody, even guys I don't know, to strangers. I'll go to them and say hi, how are you doing? I expect them to say I'm okay, fine, thank you. Unless they're lost, they'll tell me I'm lost or something like that. Here you find even a stranger, you tell them hi, how are you doing? They start talking about the weather, they start talking about what they cooked, they start talking about their recipe. Just don't ask how you're doing, just say hi and choose and leave it at that. The other thing I found really strange was when I visited somebody and they asked me how many potatoes I was going to eat when they were cooking. And at first I thought it was weird, and I thought it was just this one person, until I heard from it from several people, and they're like, yeah, of course they need to know how much you're eating so that they know how much you're cooking. My God, you wouldn't go to my African land or an African house and they ask you how much you are eating. We cook and we let you eat, and whatever is left you can even carry it with you. But here they will actually ask you how much you are eating. Actually, when you go to an African house, they don't ask if you're hungry or if you want something to eat. It's lunchtime, it's obvious, it's expected that you should provide something to eat. it's morning, guys are taking breakfast, it's expected that you should provide something to eat. You don't go asking people if they're hungry or if they want to eat. It's like, for us, it's common knowledge. You have a visitor, you're supposed to prepare something for them to eat. But here, my friend, you will be asked if you want something to eat. And don't try and play polite. If you're hungry, just say I'm hungry, and the guy will cook for you. And if you're not hungry, no thank you, and it's good. It's not like they're trying to make you uncomfortable, which made me uncomfortable at first, because that was strange to me. Someone asking me how much I'm going to eat or if I'm going to eat in the first place. But that is common, it's a common thing here, and it's not meant to be rude. But I find it weird because I was brought up differently. The other habit that I'm still fighting with, something that makes me hate going shopping or hate leaving my house, is the dress code. Back at home, I would be sitting there with my whatever it is I'm wearing, and I want to go to the next shop here or a supermarket to pick something. I'll stand up, I'll go pick whatever I want to pick in my jogging hose, in my, what do you call it, my sweatpants, and whatever it is I'm wearing. I can walk whichever way I want to walk, wearing whatever it is I am wearing or whatever. But here you will be looked at in a weird kind of way if you went out of your house wearing a jogging hose, that is sweatpants. Or I mean, you have to have, when you're leaving your, I always say, when I'm in my house, when I don't have an appointment, I don't have anything official, why should I stress myself wearing jeans and all this stuff? I want to be comfortable. I'm just going to buy bread. Why if I wake up in the morning and I realize I don't have bread, why do I have to dress up just to go and buy bread? You're making my life difficult. It doesn't have to be. But if I left the house looking the way I'm looking, people will look at me weird. So yeah, just know, when you're here, when you're going out, you are expected to dress accordingly. If you're going to the gym, then maybe you can put on your gym's clothes, or if you're going jogging, then that is something else. If you're going swimming, that is something else. But you're not going to go to the supermarket with your jogging hose. They expect you to dress accordingly. Another thing about restaurants is, if you ask me, I feel I pay more than I eat because back at home I would get this portion of food. Here, when I go to a restaurant, I get this plate, but these small decorated food. Me, I'm not paying for the decoration, I'm paying for the food. So please, can you just serve me my food? Or I mean, I find the portions are very little compared to how much somebody pays for it. Back at home, I would even ask for ugali. What do we call it again? Ugali toast. When you say naomba ugali toast or nyongesa, you call it nyongesa. We used to call it nyongesa. Like, you eat, you are finished, and you tell the waiter, I need just add me a little bit more of the veggies or the ugali on top of it, and you're not going to pay for this other piece that they're giving you. That is just nyongesa. Yo. Yeah, I find we pay a lot for the tiny portion. Actually, let me not say we pay a lot. That one, it's sorry, scratch that, I put that wrong. The plate is big, but you put for me small decor. Because me, I want to eat. I paid for the food, I didn't pay for the decoration. Sorry. Another thing in this country that kind of shocked me when I first came here is when I'm standing somewhere and I see a 14-year-old passing me by, just very comfortable, smoking his cigarette or her cigarette, and going by, and guys are looking at her like it's normal and nothing happened. Kids, women, men, guys smoking everywhere, and it's very common. Many people smoke. Actually, smoking is like, back at home, how should I compare it with? Like drinking sodas. How many people drink sodas at home? Like, it's that bad. I find the culture of smoking is really on a different level in Germany. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying in Kenya we don't smoke. I'm not saying in Kenya women don't smoke, when if I'm in Kenya and I see a kid smoking, hello, I'll speak to them. we weren't brought up that way. So that's why for me, when I came here and I found there are lots of kids smoking, it was really weird. I still cringe at it, but it's the way of life here. I'm just hoping and praying that my kid doesn't also start smoking because of peer pressure, because that is really something that kids do in this country a lot. Not kids, but almost everyone smokes. Actually, even at work you have cigarette pause. Go tell a Kenyan employer you want a break because you're going to smoke cigarette every 5 minutes. You'll go smoke cigarette in your house. We don't have cigarette pause. That is something that's very common here. Cigarette pause as well. Yeah. So yeah, the bet died out on me, but that is actually what I had for today. And I hope you learned something new about Germany. I hope you learned a few German words here and there where I was throwing them. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, please comment, please share, press that notification button so that you don't miss any video that I post up there, and I will really appreciate that. Have a blessed day, have a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next. Bye bye.